Matches are ongoing in different stadia in Nigeria, in the Nigerian National League midweek matches. While we talk about Nigerian Women Football League, we also actually going on different centers in Nigeria. We have to look at all this on the show. 360 Sport. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me is Muideen Jimo. Good to have you, Muideen.
Pleasure always to be on the show.
Good one. Let's start with NNL, Nigerian National League, where matches are right now are ongoing. Some have been played, and now let's look at those games will be coming up quickly. DMD will be hosting Malum Fashi FC in Group A2, and the Nigerian National League fixtures for the midweek. You have Green Berets versus Kogi United. That match will be coming up in Zaria. Jigawa Golden Stars in Jigawa again. Road Safety of Abuja. Kebbi United travel to JM Liberty, while Adamawa United will be playing against Doma United in the Group A2. And you go straight to Southern Conference in the Group A. That's B1 now. Looking at the fixtures in Group B1, Gateway United will be playing against Bende Insurance. Ikorodu United over there at Ile-Ife, they will be playing against Osun United. Abeokuta Stormers versus Vandresa of Lagos. Atete versus Campos FC. Ibom Youth FC versus Ekiti United. And in the Group B2 Southern Conference, we look at the match that will be coming up, coming up in B2. Sinosho FC, Sporting Lagos, Otasolo Nnewi United, Warri Wolves from Delta State against Go Round FC, Rovers of Calabar versus One Rocket, Apex Crane, and they will be playing against Bayelsa United as Abia Comet host Crown FC of Ogbomoso there. Those are the fixtures in the Northern Conference A2 and also Southern Conference B1, B2, standing for the midweek matches coming up. This is the first midweek matches that are actually coming up in the Nigerian National League, the second tier league of Nigerian football. Good one out there. We just read out all those fixtures for you right now where those matches are ongoing. Now, quickly, let's look at the women's category. Matches also be coming up in the Women's Football League, NWFL Group A. Nasarawa Amazons over there in Lafia will be hosting Pelican Stars of Calabar, Osun Babes versus Conference Queens in Local Jazz. Nigeria Tells will be out to against Edo Queens. They will also be playing today. Now, we also look at Group B. Group B fixtures quickly. Matches will be coming up in Group B. Royal Queens of Warri at home against Abia Angels. FC Robo Queens of Lagos versus Rivers Angels. While Delta Queens is a battle of the Niger Delta there versus Bayelsa Queens. Those matches coming up in Group B. Match day 10 of the Nigerian Women Football League. Well, looking at all these games, you just have to appreciate the fact that the ladies will be fighting out to at least fight against one another. All the 6 teams, 12 teams rather, they'll be facing themselves right now in Group A and in Group B.
Yeah, good one for the women. They've been doing well. Our team here in Abuja, Nigeria Tells, they started well, they were topping, they're still doing well. So it's a good one. You know, the normal suspects, Rivers United, of course.
Rivers Angels,
sorry. And the likes of Robo, FC Robo and all that. So I think it's a good one for the Women League. I think they're even showing the way for the Men's League. We've not had a lot of the like of shenanigans we've been having with the Men's League. So it's just about consolidating for the Women League and, you know, making sure we try to make it more professional, you know, in terms of logistics, match arrangement and all that. As for talent, we have abundance of talent, you know, but you have to get the organization right. So once we get that aspect very right, I think our league will be the better for it. I
love the fact that they were able to get sponsorship deal as the league started this season, at least. So right now, I think what is lacking now is much awareness, but more, they need to make it more pronounced. Let people see these matches. You understand? Okay, we have NPFL TV, we have NFF TV. If we can have NWFL TV too, where you can easily stream all these games, that would be very nice.
Yeah. Well, why not? Then even on terrestrial TV, you know, those are things that will bring, you know, the glamour to it. You know, we should be able to have fans, you know, say, okay, I'm going to the venue to watch so star because I've seen them on TV. You know, understand? Don't forget the likes of our sister Oshuala. You know, they graduated from this league and they are doing big things in Europe now. He plays for Barcelona. So we have a whole lot of talent here. So we just need to package the league properly, and packaging it takes a whole lot. It's not just about, you know, saying you have a sponsor. You know, everything has to be perfectly done. And once you do that, I think it will be good for the league because the talent is there.
Well, it's going to be a good one for our league if we make it more pronounced. Talking about Nigerian Women Football League, NWFL, match day 10 is here, and matches will be coming up in different centers in Nigeria. 6 matches, Group A and B, looking at the women there, and also in the NNL, Nigerian National League. A lot of matches coming up in the midweek games there. Now, let's digress a bit from all those games as we talk about, well, let's look at Europa. Yes, Europa League will be coming up today. Matches FC Porto versus Lyon. You have Real Betis versus Eintracht Frankfurt. You look at this game, FC Porto, Lyon. In fact, if that logo can change to UEFA Champions League, you'll be thinking this is Champions League because they are always there. Porto, perennial team playing in the Champions League. Well, for Lyon too. So FC Porto, Lyon in Europa League.
That's what I wanted to say. You just took it out of my Porto, big side, you know, they're about the biggest side in Portugal there. Of course, Lyon, they used to be perennial, you know, campaigners in the Champions League. So for 2 of them playing in the Europa League now, it's a good one for both of them. Both of them, they've been doing well. So I think this is an equal match of both teams, the best of Portugal and, of course, Lyon. They used to be very dominant in the French league.
When the likes of Juninho was there.
Yeah. But, you know, they've dropped a little bit down the pecking order, but they're still a very formidable and strong side. So I expect a very explosive encounter, you know, later in the
Now, Real Betis, Eintracht Frankfurt, you look at German league. Eintracht Frankfurt is a team that, well, you can't predict what they can do. But Real Betis so far this season, alongside Real Sociedad, they've been very, very strong. So I'm tilting towards Real Betis to win this game.
I join you in that.
Seriously,
Betis looks like a well-rounded. I think Betis have a little bit of edge, but you know the German team.
They can be so strong.
They might just come at you if you don't get your acts right. But I think Betis have a little bit edge over them for this encounter.
Now, we've been looking at Europa League coming up today. Well, FC Porto will be hosting Lyon in a game that looks like it's Champions League, but it's actually Europa League. You look at those clubs, they are always there when it comes to Champions League. But this time around, they are playing Europa League. Another match is going to be between Real Betis versus Eintracht Frankfurt of Germany. They will also be playing that game in the Europa League. Now, let's go to the big one. It's going to be happening live. Manchester City against Sporting Lisbon. Can they turn it around? Is this still very possible? They are trailing Man City. Man City won the first leg, 5 goals, and you just have to look at Real Madrid, PSG, first leg. Well, it can still turn it around. Real Madrid can still turn it around if everything goes well. Let's start with Manchester City, Sporting Lisbon. You look at this game. Do you think Lisbon, they have a chance at all tonight?
No chance.
Seriously? That's the verdict.
I know for football you
They're
can
just
say,
passing the verdict.
No,
like
no
that.
chance, no chance. I know Man City, they have their problems, especially in the defense. Some of their defenders are out. Some are out through suspension. And Pep has been playing a little bit of mind game that they don't have enough players. They only have 14.
He's always there to do that.
It's just mind game. It's just mind game. Playing at home, Man City all the way. The worst they will get is it's a draw. Even if Sporting tries to win one, you know, and that's one thing with football. You know, if you don't, they didn't do damage control in the first leg. If it was 1, 2, 3, it's still, we can still say, but 5, no. With Man City, no way. I don't see any comeback for Sporting for this one. But, you know, it's football. I know Pep is a very competitive, you know, coach, and he demands 100% from his players, regardless of whether they are ahead 5 or 10-0. So he would still go with that mentality. But if you look at the Liverpool game, Liverpool-Inter, everybody was like, okay, Liverpool had scored 2-0, then at home they would just consolidate. But Inter came and shocked them. But Inter-Liverpool is different from Man City Sporting. So for this, Man City all the way. I see Man City, you know, just consolidating on what they did earlier. It might not be a high-scoring game, but
at least they are going to win.
Yeah,
even if Sporting should do Inter for them, if Sporting should do Inter that they did against Liverpool for them, they can. That 5 goals.
Yeah, that cushion is massive. It's
very massive.
Because even Sporting now, they will come with a lot of fear. But yeah, if we can call, they can trash us 5. You know, what do we do this? Let's go and do
home.
at
home.
Etihad. Yeah.
What can we do?
What can we do? You know, you understand. So of course they made the Etihad a fortress also. Forget the 1 or 2 blips they've had there, but it's still a fortress for them. And regardless of whether they don't have the full Diaz is not going to play. Walker is suspended. One or two players not there. But up front, they are firing all cylinders, despite the fact they don't have a recognized 9 that starts. The first 9 is always work for them. Whether you bring in a Foden, whether you bring in Jesus, whoever you bring, Mahrez is there. You know,
Kevin De Bruyne.
you understand? So they are loaded. Midfield up front, they are loaded. So regardless of the formation Pep plays tonight, at City taking it.
And I also see a joker. It could be Raheem Sterling, a very tricky player.
Very tricky. He can come in and just do the damage also. So I think Man City, they are going to make it count tonight.
And you look at the fact that Sporting already, well, maybe there might even be the chance for some players in Man City to play today, because Pep might just, okay, let me just start two young players who have not been having playing time, or let me just see if we can, let's just at least, let's try something new.
The beauty with the way City plays is that they have a structure of how they play. And regardless of who you take out and who you put into slotting, they still play the same way. They have that structure. Pep has ingrained that into the team. So they have a structure. And you know, if you're a young player, you don't take your chance, that might just be the end for you with Pep.
If you are given the opportunity.
Exactly. So this is a big stage for some of them that, okay, go showcase what you have. Don't forget, Foden is a household name now. 2-3 seasons back, Foden was coming in second half, giving his chances, and he was checking his chances. Now you can say he's one of the regulars in the City lineup. So other youngsters would look and say, okay, if Foden can take his chance, once we give on the French players, likes of Raheem Sterling, he used to be the #1 on the wing, but now he's falling down the pecking order. So he wants to take back his claim. So I like the way the City plays. My problem with Pep Guardiola, sometimes he overdoes it. He just overthinks. He wants everything to perfection, and sometimes, you know, they are caught napping. But be that as it may, with the cushion they have, I see them going all the way this night again.
Hopefully, let's see what's going to happen between Manchester City versus Sporting. Can Sporting really be sportish enough to turn things around over there at the Etihad Stadium? See, looking at UEFA Champions League fixtures for tonight. Now, let's look at the big one. PSG, Real Madrid, Santiago Bernabeu is the place. Can they do it? Yes, they are trailing PSG. But Real Madrid, who we know they are the most successful club in UEFA Champions League with 13 trophies. Can they turn this around? A lot of analysis out there. Some are say, okay, Ancelotti has experience. They play Real Madrid. They are born with UEFA Champions League style and all that. But another thing is the fact that Mbappe is having a knock. Maybe he will play or not. But either he plays or not, I'm sure PSG, they have what it takes. And also, who knows, maybe Messi could be coming back to play against Real Madrid this time around in the color of PSG. A match to watch tonight.
Definitely big one. You don't have it bigger. You know, unlike the Man City match that's, for me, is a straightforward one. This one definitely is too close to call. You can't predict. PSG, they have a 1-0 lead, but you know, in football,
I'm looking at the two Frenchmen, Mbappe and Benzema.
Yeah, they're coming face to face tonight, so it's a very tricky one. Madrid, they have their issues also in terms of injury, especially in the midfield. Casemiro will be out. Cruz I think I saw somewhere that it's a doubt anyway. Maybe he can play or not. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that for both teams,
sides,
there are one or two
have
doubts.
knocks.
Yeah. Mbappe, I saw him train yesterday. He looks like he's going to play. He might not start, but I think he's been rostered in the squad. But I think they really need him. He's like the talisman. Unfortunately, Messi had come in. We thought Messi would be the talisman, but it looks like anytime Mbappe plays, PSG are always on fire. You know, Neymar has come from injury. He's not been firing from all cylinders. You know, when you look at personnel in terms of, you know, individual players, definitely PSG has the edge. But it's not about individual players. It's how you play as a team. Yes, and of course, you talk about the experience of Ancelotti. He's definitely going to bring that into play, you know, tonight. So it's going to be player for player, experience for experience, who plays better on the night, who needs it more. And PSG, if they go with the mentality that we don't have any cushion, any one goes advantage, go all out and try to score early, I think they might have that advantage. But if they go with the mentality that, okay, we can just play for a draw, that would be their greatest on doing. So it's a well-poised match. For me, it's too close to call for me.
PSG, Real Madrid, a tough match.
Two big teams in Europe, two big teams that are really hungry. PSG are really hungry for it. And because, of course, Pochettino knows that if he gets knocked out at this stage, he might just be getting knocked out of that seat, as it were. Because
at least they've gotten to the final. So this time around, they want to win it.
Definitely they want, and they have all the arsenal to win it. So what is stopping them? Unfortunately, they are meeting Real Madrid at this stage of the competition. But if you want to play big, you have to be ready to play the big boys at any time. So PSG have all it takes. And if they do their homework well,
they can scale through.
They can surely scale through.
It is very possible that PSG could actually outsmart Real Madrid today. Doesn't matter if they won it for 52 times. What matters most is the mindset, mentality, and performance. Playing very well against Real and getting those goals that are needed. After all, they are leading. All they need to do is to at least score more goals and continue to score. Who knows? Maybe Real Madrid will actually go to sleep. I'm just analyzing. I'm not supporting PSG. Well, just to add some spice to it there. We move away from Real Madrid, PSG. Let's talk about an Algerian. He's a player that knows his onions. He plays very well. Manchester City is his club. His name is Riyad Mahrez. News came out that PSG wants Riyad Mahrez as a replacement for Angel Di Maria. Di Maria, we know, is aging and he needs to leave at the age of 34. His football artistry is dwindling and it's high time they go for Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez has been an scintillating performance, scintillating form for Manchester City, and we know what this man can do.
Wow. You know, from one big star to another big star. Just like you said, Di Maria, in twilight of his career, 33, 34, you know, will be retiring soon. If they can manage to plot the coup and take Mahrez out of Man City, that would be good one for PSG. I just wonder how they try to get all these big stars and how they try to play them all together, because that becomes a problem also again when you have all the big stars together. How you can gel them together? Do you have the coach that can make them gel? But definitely, you know, for me, Mahrez is even a better player than Di Maria at the moment, because his work rate, you know, is better than Di Maria. Di Maria doesn't really have the legs. He's very skillful. He gets you goals. But if you look at Mahrez' sweet left foot, you saw what he did against Manchester at the derby just over the weekend. So it's a good one. He's won the African Footballer of the Year. So he's an African boy that's doing well. So it's a good one if he moves to PSG. Well, if the price is right, every player has got his price. So if they are willing to cough out big for Man City to get in, I think it will be a good addition to their ranks. But PSG right now, they are very loaded and they are still not resting on their house. They still want to bring in big players. But until they win that Champions League, there will still be a problem with that PSG team. So I think it's a good one for them.
Good one there. Good analysis coming from Muideen Jimo. He's been talking concerning UEFA Champions League for tonight. PSG Real, Battle of the Titans. You just have to look at that game. We've been talking on 360 Sport on Trust TV. Thanks very much for coming on the show.
Pleasure always to be here.
And I want to appreciate you for staying glued to your TV, watching 360 Sport on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow on our social media platforms. I am Adzeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.